The FBI's footprint has gotten so freaking big, and the biggest problem the FBI has come out of its intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. And I'd take the 7,000 employees that work in that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops. You're cops. Go be cops.
This is Donald Trump's nominee to lead the FBI, Kash Patel.
So this guy is known for being one of these deep state conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
The deep state runs everything.
Even though he's in part of the deep state.
How does the deep state run everything if you are in power? You know what I mean?
I don't think anything, none of it makes sense. It's just like sounds good, you know?
Right. Like, what is the lot? Like, how could you say that there's conspiracy against you if you are the one?
Feel like a supermajority?
Right.
And the courts?
Yeah.
The Gucci Turban podcast, hosted by Nimesh Patel and Asif, have some thoughts on the pick.
Excuse me. The one thing we learned in the Trump administration the first go around is we got to put in all America patriots top to bottom. And we got them for law enforcement. We got them for intel collection. We got them for offensive operations. We got them for DOD, CIA, everywhere. And the one thing we will do that they never will do is we will follow the facts and the law and go to courts of law and correct these justices and lawyers who have been prosecuting these cases based on politics and actually issuing them as lawfare. We will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes, we're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice. And Steve, this is why they hate us. This is why we're tyrannical. This is why we're dictators.
Patel said this on Steve Bannon's show, which warranted this response from the comedians.
That's the problem with representation. You have to have it both ways. Like, you have a good brown person doing something. For every good brown person doing something, you're going to have a bad, evil brown person doing something.
The thing about representation, especially if you're a South Asian person, that's interesting to me is that, like, if you think about the subcontinent, it's all brown people f***ing over other brown people. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a super unequal society, mm-hmm. and it's just built on the people who are powerful taking advantage of people who are weak.
Shout out to Gautam Adani. We'll see you last week's episode.
Shout out to the corrupt politicians that get $265 million to do your job. I don't know. But then here, it's like, we're just happy that any brown person becomes... Even though they're like subjugating us, we're just like happy that they look like us.
Yeah, because that means they won't come after us. That's what the real hope is. But no, Kashyap.
This guy, Crazy Eyes Magoo over here, is definitely going to come after you.
Kashyap's definitely coming after us.
They nailed it about representation, didn't they? It's a truthful justification for how many feel on the pick.
What's the solution? In my opinion, the solution is sending Donald Trump back to the White House, of course. But it's going in with a full suite of personnel and the levers of purse strings that have to be snatched back from these government gangsters so that they are reminded that they work for us. And the other thing I talk about in my book, and people aren't going to like this, but we got to start impeaching judges. The last check that we have on our Constitution used to be the federal judiciary. And now we've seen them weaponized against Jan 6, against GJT, and against so many other people because they dared to vote for someone they disliked. These people are acting unconstitutionally, and Congress must impeach them when we have both houses of Congress back, hopefully in 2024. That is a drastic measure. And me, as a former public defender and prosecutor, I didn't think I'd ever say that because I was like, judges are great. They wear the robe, they do the right thing. But now you look at any case that Donald Trump's been charging, and almost every judge, except one, is handling this thing as if they were not a judge, but they were a political terrorist.
This is obviously a red alert moment. Asif and Nimesh are basically clinging to one feeling that I've seen circulated a lot, but really it should not be gaining steam.
I don't think
nothing good is going to come of this. This guy is on record saying all the crazy stuff that you've said. And just so people know, the FBI has killed a lot of civil rights leaders. Uh-huh. Most of them, in fact.
Yeah.
Or they were a party to, or the party, either way. Mm-hmm. So that can't be good.
What we can hope for is that this administration will be in too much disarray to actually do any of the things they want to get done.
One of, well, let the cards fall where they may. We've seen the previous Trump administration. The difference is the safeguards. Those who had a minimal slither of a moral fabric in their approach, they are no longer there.
In October of 2020, he issued a sweeping declassification order for every Russiagate document and every single Hillary Clinton document. Then on the way out of the White House, he issued further declassification orders, declassifying whole sets of documents. And this is a key fact that most Americans are missing. President Trump, as the sitting president, is the unilateral authority for declassification. He can literally stand over a set of documents and say, these are now declassified. And that is done with definitive action immediately. The fact that the bureaucrats at NARA who referred, remember, the National Archives are the ones that referred this to the Department of Justice, but they, the same principle, failed to refer Hillary Clinton to the Department of Justice when they got their hands on the classified emails from those servers. And switching gears a little bit to the national
Clinton.
Well done to the fine folks at the Majority Report for putting into simple terms what we just heard on another front.
I mean, can you imagine Kash explaining to Stephen Miller his family's history? So they were from Africa, but you're Indian. And then they were in Canada, and then you got here?
Yeah, let me see.
It would break his brain. It would break his mind.
Okay, this is actually a funny thought. How would Stephen Miller, who was found to be deeply appreciative of white nationalism in leaked emails, feel about working side by side with Kash Patel? Well, time will tell, won't it?
Well, I think that these Republican senators and everybody who is familiar with the name Kash Patel also know the danger that he poses. And that is because it is a well-known thing in these inner circles by anyone who worked with Kash. And I worked with Kash in the White House. I was Vice President Mike Pence's counterterrorism advisor. So I had to coordinate with Kash a lot. Kash Patel is a delusional liar. Let me just be very clear about that. And he would lie about intelligence. He would lie about making things up on operations. I think Mark Esper has talked about that as well, where he put the lives of Navy SEALs at risk in an operation when it came to Nigeria. These are things that actually were happening in real time when he was in the role of CT coordinator in the White House. And I know this because at some point I realized that I needed to double check Kash's work to make sure that I wasn't misinforming Mike Pence by relying on his word. So I had to go around him. And this is a guy who openly has contempt for people in national security, for people especially at DOJ and the FBI. He made open comments like this. And so I think, there is a little bit of fear here from people where they know that someone like Kash Patel is fully capable of just doing partisan investigations, whatever it takes. It will be insane if he becomes the director of the FBI.
Take it from this fellow Republican to call out those in MAGA, with Patel being the main subject, as to how extreme they are and the policies they would put forth.
How disappointed are his parents that he refuses to go by Kashyap?
No, his parents are happy. They're the happiest people in the world, I guarantee you. They're super proud their son was a lawyer. He worked in the government. And now he works for the president. Now he's the director of the FBI. Look, and then you know what? If your son went to Harvard Law School, and then boom, a raid shows up in his house.
Right, he's gonna just swat people.
Yeah, he's gonna swat all the people that his parents compared him to when he was growing up in Long Island. If you're an Indian guy who's in your 40s in Long Island from Garden City, and you went to like a top 5 law school, you are screwed.
Yes. The Kashyap revenge tour.
Yeah, the revenge tour. You are done.
Change your phone number. Leave the country. Kashyap is coming.
He's coming after you first.
Did you not pay taxes on like one thing in 2022? You think Kashyap is going to do some tax?
He's already doing. He has his own 501c3.
Oh yeah. Raising money to support patriots.
Yeah, he has an actual charity that supports patriotism. So, which is clearly a way for him to pay his parents a salary.
Pramod
with his corruption money.
and Vinod are getting paid.
Yo, they're getting paid. They're getting paid. His parents must be super proud. I think, I don't know. I mean, a lot of Indian parents are actually apolitical, and they're just happy if their kids are quote unquote successful in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
they don't see the nuance.
No. All right, that's enough on Kash.
Unfortunately, though, it's not until we reach the confirmation hearings and which Republicans have enough of a spine to stand up for what's right we shall see. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.